Hello everyone, thanks for coming outside with me today. A little while back on Facebook, I hinted that I purchased a new bow, so today I figured I'd introduce to you my brand new 2017 Elite Energy 35. Now, before I jump into the specifications of this bow and exactly why this bow is now sitting in my hand, I want to talk about why I wanted to purchase a bow like this. So I have a pretty long draw length, 30 inches plus essentially, and so I like a longer axle to axle bow. This one is 34 and 3/4 inches axle to axle. It's a great length for both 3D shooting as well as a little bit of indoor target shooting, but definitely for hunting as well. It works out really well. I can really easily handle the extra length. It really sits well in my hand, so I really prefer that extra axle to axle length, that string angle, as it relates to my draw length. The second thing is 98% of the time that I'm shooting my bow, I'm in the woods. I use my bow predominantly for hunting, and so I wanted a bow that was super smooth on the draw cycle and had a really good back end, had a really firm back wall, something with limb stops, which is what Elite comes standard with, and something that had a really nice valley, a lot of let off, which Elite is also very known for. Put all of those things together and you end up with the Elite Energy 35. Now, the Energy 35 only had it here for about a week or two, and it has treated me super duper well. I got a 60-pound model, a 30-inch draw, which fits my draw length, and I got it in the Mountain Country camo, which I'll give a little bit better footage of. I wanted something different. I wanted something that wasn't your typical Realtree or Mossy Oak. This is Mossy Oak Mountain Country, and so it has that white of the aspen in it. It has the green of a lot of the conifer trees you might see out there in the West, in Colorado and Montana and the Dakotas and so on. And it ends up being a really nice look. It's a really slick look, and it's not a common look. So I wanted something that was different. I wanted something that when you went out hunting or you went to a local 3D shoot, that nobody else would have that colored camo bow. And I'm pretty sure that I'm going to be the only guy in Central PA sporting a Mountain Western camo. So before we get to a little bit of footage of me shooting this bow, let's go over the specifications. The Energy 35 has an axle to axle of 34 and 3/4 inches, a brace height of 7 inches, so very forgiving in that way, and peak weights of 40, 50, 60, 65, and 70 pounds. The mass weight of the bow without any sight rest or stabilizer is strictly 4.5 pounds. According to Elite's manual, the number 3 mod, which is a 30-inch draw on this cam, gives an IBO speed rating of 327 feet per second. According to Elite's manual, you're supposed to deduct 2 to 3 feet per second from the 70-pound rating if you have a 60-pound peak weight bow and a 300 grain arrow, which is what I'm shooting. So if the mass for 70 pounds is 327 feet per second, I'm probably shooting 324 to 325 feet per second IBO. Alright, so there's a lot of bow companies that make a ton of longer axle-to-axle bows. Everybody, Matthews, Hoyt, Prime, Bowtech, Elite, they all make longer axle-to-axle bows. They all make super smooth bows. They all make 60-pound bows. So what specifically about Elite really drew me towards them? Well, a couple of things. One, aesthetically, I really like the slim nature of this bow. I like solid limb bows. I was a real big fan of Matthews when they came out with the Z7, the Z2, the Z3, which is what they're making now. It's a solid one-piece limb. I really like the look of it. It's really streamlined, it's really slim. And I think it balances just as well as a wider limb system, along with the ability of the limbs and the riser being nice and long and the parallel limb design. The grip on Elite really allows you to focus your hand in on the shot and have a really consistent release. Now I will say Elite's grip is unlike any other grip on the market personally. The one side plate is pretty straight. It just swells or just dips in here on the palm side, and the thumb side really comes in up underneath the shelf. So you really have to pick a consistent place to put your hand and really be relaxed and full draw. If you're going to start squeezing it, the bow's going to torque on you. I mean, any bow will torque on you, but I really liked when I stuck my hand in there. I'm not going to draw it back, but when I stuck my hand in there, it just really fit really well, and I was allowed to relax my fingers, and I could really have a good solid anchoring point in my hand throughout the draw cycle. The valley and the let off and just the back wall on the Energy 35 is phenomenal. Like I alluded to earlier, they have limb stops, so you can, when you get to full draw, you can pull as much as you want into that back wall. It is not going anywhere. Even on my Hoyt My carbon element, I get a little bit of sponge in the back wall. I don't like a spongy back wall. I want to be cranked in there and really squeeze and pull. It's not going anywhere with these limb stops. The fit and finish on this bow is absolutely phenomenal. I would say it's second to none. I really like, again, I like this camo, this Mountain Country camo by Mossy Oak. They did a really good job. The strings are phenomenal. They're done by Winner's Choice. I maybe put 30, 40, maybe 45 shots into them, and then I served my peep in, my D-loop on, made sure everything else was together, and it has not moved an inch since I've put everything into it. The cams, I got them to be synced up. This is a binary 2-track cam system, so as you notice, there are no yokes. It's a little bit different than your standard hybrid cam or single cam. Normally there's a wide yoke at the top and then it comes off at the bottom. Bowtech is known for doing this binary cam system. It's Elite's bread and butter as well. Obsession Bows also comes to mind, Darton and Strother. And it's a time true and proven cam design. It allows for a really smooth draw cycle. You do have cam lean a little bit at rest, like it at brace as it is right now, and you definitely have cam lean when you get to full draw. I see no tuning issues whatsoever. Within 10 shots of putting the QAD Ultra Rest on here, I was shooting bullet holes through paper at 6, 8, and 12 feet. So no qualms there. It shoots really super well. I'm very impressed with it so far. So this is the very first bow I've ever purchased that has been strictly set up for me. I didn't have to go buy different mods. I didn't buy it secondhand. It's exactly the poundage range I wanted, exactly the draw length I wanted, exactly the colors I wanted, so on and so forth. So you might be wondering why I bought a 60-pound peak weight bow. There's two reasons why I did that. One, the efficiency of bows today, and particularly Elites, are phenomenal. 327 feet per second IPO out of a 70-pound bow. You weren't getting that 10 years ago. Heck, you weren't really getting that 5 to 7 years ago. So the efficiency is phenomenal. So I can shoot a lower poundage, still have plenty of velocity, plenty of kinetic energy, plenty of momentum as it tries to pass through the animal. Secondly, I like shooting in the 50s. Now, so right now I have this bow set at 52 pounds, which is the lowest it can be safely set. And yeah, is it slower? Of course it's slower. Is it super quiet, dead in the hand, and really easy to draw and really easy to hold back at full draw? Yeah. That's what I wanted. I wanted a lower poundage bow. Now, you might be thinking, why didn't I just buy a 50-pound peak weight? Well, I bought a 50 to 60-pound because in the event that I need to beef up to 60 pounds, let's say I want to shoot, let's say I want to go out west and hunt elk, or I want to try to harvest a bear here in Pennsylvania, I might want to try to pull 60 pounds instead of pulling 50, 52 pounds. That will allow me then to have a little bit more energy, a little bit more velocity, allow me to reach out further distances if I'm shooting out west, or really punch through the hide of a tough critter like a black bear. So 50 pounds, 52 pounds, which is what I have it at right now, and particularly at my long draw length of 30 inches, that is more than enough. I've shoot Easton Axis arrows. This is a 476 grain arrow. It is traveling with so much momentum and so much kinetic energy, even out of a 52-pound bow, that it's just going to absolutely blow right through any whitetail I encounter here in central Pennsylvania. So let's put the target up, fire a few arrows downrange, and see how she performs. So here we are, typical 20-yard shot. We'll go through the draw cycle here. We'll hit the back wall, and we'll see how she comes off the back wall. So once I get it, now I'm a bow hunter, so I'm not doing some weird, draw like this or something like that. I'm going to bring it up, and then I'm going to draw it back towards my face. So like I said, 52 pounds, 30 inches, and it's absolutely nothing. And now I'm at full draw, limb stops. I mean, I'm cranking into it, and it's going nowhere. And then if I let up, whoo, you've got a lot of valley to play with, which is I mean, I could hold this bow back all day. A buck goes behind a tree, it covers his vitals, I got to sit there and wait him out. I could do this all day for as long as I want. If I need to come down, because I'm only shooting 52 pounds, it's not that hard to let her down. Super smooth all the way through the draw cycle. So like I said earlier, I could shoot this bow for indoor spots, I could shoot it for 3D, I could shoot it obviously for hunting. I've taken out a couple times this year. Haven't been successful yet, but I'm getting there. I will say though that if I was going to do that, I probably would shoot it at 60 pounds to get a little bit flatter trajectory, and I definitely would shoot some significantly lighter arrows. Shooting 476 grain arrows, my pin gaps are insane here on my hunting site, and I'd want to adjust that definitely for 3D, but even at 60 pounds, it's still just super smooth. But the icing on the cake, actually, for me really purchasing this bow and purchasing an Elite bow in particular, is right now, at least here on whatever day it is here in December 2017, Elite is offering, if you purchase the bow directly from the manufacturer and you get it shipped to your local Elite dealer, whatever that may be, they're offering that you can slice up your payments like you would pay off a car or a piece of furniture, whatever. And so I can get this bow at MSRP, but I can chop it into 18 monthly payments or 6 months of payments interest-free. So I can take this nearly $1,000 MSRP bow and I can chop it into 6 much easier to stomach monthly payments. No other bow company right now that I'm aware does this. It's absolutely fantastic. If if you're somebody like me, I've been in archery for a very long time, but I've never have the money to just outright pay $1,000, $1,200, $1,300 in some cases. Even the new Hoyt carbon bows are $1,600. I would never have that much money sitting around on a rainy day to buy a new bow. But I can handle, $150, for example, a month for 6 months interest-free. Now that is fantastic. I've had no problems with the billing in so far for this bow. Everything's gone really super duper well. It was shipped really quickly from the factory once they assembled it to my local dealer. I was able to pick it up. No weird transactions, didn't have to put any money down. So if you're looking to buy a brand new bow and you want to get a very efficient, super smooth, super easy bow, buy an Elite and buy it with confidence, knowing that you can chop up your payments. You don't have to have $1,000 right now. It's a fantastic bow company. I've had no problems communicating with them. The Outdoor Group is the company that owns them. They own Scott Releases and Slick Trick Broadheads and a whole bunch of other stuff. So they're a very reputable company, and they've done a really good job with this Energy 35 and with all the other bows that I've seen. My local pro shop is sold, and some of my buddies that hunt also shoot. And so it's just been a really positive experience so far. I'm really looking forward to continue to shoot this bow. So that's all for this video. If you have any questions about the Elite Energy 35 or any of the other equipment that I use here in any of my videos, please feel free to head over to Facebook, shoot me a message over there, or leave a comment here on YouTube. I get back to everybody as soon as I possibly can. I hope you're able to get out and enjoy the sport of archery and enjoy the sport of archery hunting if you so choose, and definitely enjoy God's beautiful creation. And we'll get to see you next time.